My first thought when I found out I was going to be incarcerated in a leprosarium was, I've got to get out of here. The crime I committed was bank fraud, and so I was sentenced to 18 months in a federal prison. The prison I was sent to in Carville, Louisiana, was also the National Leprosarium. It housed 130 victims of leprosy, the most disfigured physically and emotionally in the continental United States. And so where I was sent, there were the 130 leprosy patients and 500 federal inmates. I had no idea what I was walking into. When my wife dropped me off at the gate, I had packed my bag like I was going to camp. I had tennis shoes and t-shirts and shorts and a racquetball racket like I was really going to a camp. And as I was waiting to be escorted into the prison, I was sitting on a bench and saw a man limping down this hallway. And I nodded at him and he waved at me, and he didn't have any fingers. And that was the first hint I had that anything was awry. There are a lot of myths surrounding leprosy. People think body parts fall off, and that's not true. It is a neurological disorder that causes the victim, if he or she's not treated with medication, to lose all sensation. It basically destroys the nerves in the hands, the face, the feet, the legs. When they bang their fingers especially, it chips away at the bone and it's absorbed back into the body, and so their digits become very shortened, sometimes to the point of almost having mitten hands with no fingers. We went to church service together, the inmates and the patients. We got to be really good friends, and there was something about being in the church service with the very last victims of leprosy in America that was pretty amazing. The sun would be shining through a stained glass window behind the patients that had a biblical verse about God consoling those who were suffering. And one day, a visiting patient who was blind, who had no feeling in his fingers, was reading from a Braille Bible with his tongue. Before I got to Carville, image was pretty much everything. I wanted to surround myself with beautiful people, beautiful things, and that year at Carville changed all of that. I would also say that it was particularly important for me because I had mishandled $2 million and had an 18-month sentence. I was standing before people who had been susceptible to a bacterial infection, and they were serving a life sentence. So it was almost impossible to feel sorry for yourself. And I don't even know if I really would have gotten insights just from a regular prison. But Carville was, for me, just a wonderful, wonderful experience.